you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fans, they sleep again. We wake them up, the champs is in. Champion, we want back ends, wipe my sins, wipe it. They can't win, No new friends, Football fans, they sleep again. We wake them up, the champs is in. Yeah.
Thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Me and my bite, now leasing no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it, the is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around, just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out, she don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane, asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. What we gon' that? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, my. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all on the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snicker bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should.
I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
No introduction really necessary. Get the message like a secretary. Boy, I'm legendary. When I'm dead and buried, still be kicking flavor in the cemetery. Trap music originator. Fresh off of my hiatus. Yelling you to all my haters. They skywalk, I'm Darth Vader. Promise I don't give a about them. Let them out 20 red till a million need matter. Yep, like in the Kango enter. New Cadillac with an all-go hammer. Long as I remember out of Atlanta. I can give a about a dog. Used to getting things from a text, so I count setting numbers in the hood. Do what I say, do. Tell break bread, a fake dead, a bit, to hate that. 50 million, you die to make that middle. You vote for Trump, you see me outside, well, you know what's up. I ain't hearing no peace talk, ain't funny, no hee-haw. Like the Black Panther week to the teeth, try me weak. Swear to God, I could have been Freddie Gray. Or Mike Brown, get down with a homie and a half a. Blame me by Sandra Bland. Listen, boy, you're challenging with the running man. I would challenge with a hand. What you see before you, what they told you from nothing, man. Grand hustle over everything. And Hit the king like an 18-wheeler in and out of air lane. Never been a part of the in crowd. Got a problem with me, I said, y'all. Got the same friend that I came in with, ducking all that lane. Hey, everyone that knows on go. I rolled in the 4x4. Believe if a cat gon' go see me with, ain't gon' see them no more. They love when I talk, they roll by the car lot when bought it. Call case with the case and a phone. They will watch you give it. Yeah. I live that they rapping back, catting them back what they capping back. Bankroll mama, we know it did. We cashing out, we bagging that. Stacking up, there's zero. Certified neighborhood hero. You can try one of them.
Rolling down by 2. We're gonna go out here, run this play for the win. Let's go get it. I formation, 28 sweeps, blue 14. Watch left.
We to the man, Atlanta hat cop to the left, turn to the back. Try to see we weren't having that. Sit with your ad, drop it out with Alabama ad. That would get for trying to battle rap. Head, be one and done. No drive, but we running. Walk up to you while you showing us stun till you up that jewelry and money. Playing game, thinking showing up funny till my young win for me. Yeah, for the love of the bankroll. Keep it busy. Don't nobody care about it. Don't nobody wanna hear about it. You got a problem, huh? Well, it's the same thing for everybody. I ain't gon' lie. I promise that a day go by. I ain't on the grind if I ain't on fire. If it one thing I want, then it can't go by. Tryna put seat wheels on the Range Rover. I ain't finna play no game, that what you know. So if you think at the top till I move over. Modern day Tupac in a new hover. Know that now come with us and down. We dodge it, steady duck and clown. We chasing meals so we can butt that down. Top but we run the town. But with millions in with no cap and gown. We're all in what happened now. Metal throne, concrete crown. Call that line, you getting beat. Real what veteran. What academy. He still remember me when they were sick and needed their medicine. Better watch it, partner, you from around here thinking sweet, you got the wrong idea. Get left out there, tell them so what? I kept trap music all black. Still, I'm that stupid. Still down to do it if you ask stupid. Get locked up and get back to it, yeah. Trap music all black. Get locked up and get back to it, yeah.
Somebody call for the queen. Dagger.
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's cruise.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Rosen will throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bush. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Third and one, Rosen. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. A big play for the Bucs there on third down. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Rosen. Hopkins, strong running. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5, past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. First carry for James Conner. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Now it's Conner. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. And a nice gain of 21 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
They run with Conner, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is. Here on third. From the gun, it's Rosen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this.
Here's Connor. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. But they've got a third and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Rosen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The drive will start with Connor. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Connor. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And on the ground they go with the running back. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Play action. Now Trubisky. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. A good pickup there, a 22.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On the carry, here's Clement. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's 3rd down. They go play action with Trubisky. And he's got Snead. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or 2 in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the change-up, And on that play, it worked for big yardage.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it. This is counted. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and goal from the 1. They come out here in the I. He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. And they'll go on the ground. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Sanders now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And now it's Rosen looking. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Detroit!
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They start with a give to Connor. And he powers his way up past the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he lost the football. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Trubisky. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They go play action. Trubisky. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Past the 20. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Sanders now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun on 3rd down is Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
Gun! Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rosen to throw again. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Open space inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
That's a big league run. Takes them down inside the 5-yard line, and momentum definitely on the side of the guys on offense. And if you're an offensive lineman, you love to run the football, especially out in the field where there's some space. But I will get you in on a little bit of a secret. Those guys like it in tight, too, because they get matched up and they get to show just how stout they are in a tough situation. They're recommending they run it again.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a second and goal.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Move.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Sanders now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And now the Bills are going to stop it as